Welcome to the Jaico Podcast.
So we are here today to talk about this book, Everything But Money by Jessica Moorhouse. And I would like to ask Rucha a question. What is your emotions when it comes to money? Like if someone is growing up poor, what will be their emotions versus someone growing up rich? What will be their emotions? Do you have any idea on that?
I think it definitely affects how you grow up. The way I see it is that if you grew up feeling like a lack of money and resources, you are going to feel insecure about it. You're probably also going to have what we call the scarcity mindset, as opposed to someone who has grown up pretty privileged will not have those feelings or experiences of those sorts of trauma around money and wealth. They wouldn't understand what it means to be insecure. They wouldn't understand what it means to feel like there's not enough money or they're not going to survive for a long time.
But I think when you're poor, you learn that the value and essence of money is much more than what you are when you're like rich and have all the amount of money in the world. The value of money, you don't get that much because you can spend how much you want. It doesn't matter.
100%, yeah. I see that.
Aaryahi, your thoughts?
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know if you guys have watched this movie called ZNMD, Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Yeah.
So basically Arjun, there's a character called Arjun played by Hrithik Roshan, and basically he's shown to be like a stockbroker and he's earning a lot of money. He's living in this big lavish apartment in London, but he's so hyper fixated on earning more money and making more money because he comes from a household where his dad died really early, leaving him and his mom to a lot of debt.
Yeah.
So I definitely see how trauma can like shape you as an adult, and you really have to like learn to undo those patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the author's spoken about trauma in the book and given like differentiations in this, which y'all can read definitely. So basically, I want to ask like, how much money do you invest versus save versus spend in a month? Like you'll have a different system.
Yeah.
So what was that like approximately?
I would say approximately I try to save about
In percent?
20% of my income goes into investment savings. The rest goes for spending. Yeah.
Okay. You?
For me, it's a little different. It's 10% that goes into investments, and then I've had to learn how to use apps to kind of invest them on my own, because I realized that with relationship managers, you really don't know where your money is going. So it was a process for me to kind of figure that out, and it gave me a lot of confidence. I'm much more confident with my money now, so I know exactly where it's going. And 10% would be how much I put into investing, and then I have about 10% more that I save. I put in a different bank account, and then the rest of it I just splurge on people.
So Ari, what's your irrational fear when it comes to money?
Well, I guess almost everybody might feel this. I don't know if you guys have ever felt this, but a lot of times I feel like there might be a time in life where I just don't make it. Like I won't be able to make enough money to kind of, afford my rent and also splurge, and maintain a certain lifestyle. So that is a fear that I definitely have a lot of times. It's an irrational one, I know, but it's hard to come out of that mentality sometimes. There's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of, especially in the age of social media, when you see all these people your age getting like really successful. So I feel like that would be one for me. What about you?
Well, I feel like if there's a crisis or calamity, I need to have a lot of money as backup, which is not there right now. But maybe down the line it would be. So I'm pretty much striving towards that.
Yeah, that's good. How about you, Rucha?
I think I do get freaked out about the idea that I'm falling behind. Like everyone my age is earning so much more than I am, and that it's a constant cycle of catch up. I think after the whole demonetization thing, this fear of not having money in your hands, like disposable income right away, that fear was also sort of solidified that I still have money but I can't get it, but I also have to buy stuff. So that sort of also locked in for me.
Yeah. Did any of you ever have any like issues with money in terms of like quick fixes or like retail therapy? Did you ever indulge in retail therapy?
still do.
I
I still do.
Okay. I can attest to the same. Honestly, I used to be big on it when I was in college. Not so much anymore, but still there.
Yeah, we're getting better. Yeah.
Like the second you get a bad grade or something, your immediate response is, I'm gonna go to the mall and get myself a nice dress and feel better. Does that ever happen to you guys?
I don't, nice dress, but I'm a huge fan of electronic items, so I just go and buy something electronic which I don't need, but I should have. Like, so I just go and buy it when I have a bad day or encounter something like that.
But I have been working to fix these patterns. Comes down to a lot of gauging and telling myself that dress is not it's gonna make me feel better for a split second, but apart from that, I'm gonna feel the loss of what I've done and how I've not been responsible with my money. So I've actively been trying, as I'm sure you guys do, must have. So what about you guys? Have you tried to kind of?
Not so much, but maybe I'll get there eventually. I'm still trying to save and invest right now. So
Going
yeah,
strong though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
going strong.
Yeah. I have an interesting question for you guys.
Yeah.
What is your very first memory about money?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think you want to go ahead?
Mine's very basic. So, like, I used to love Kurkure when I was in school, and I remember at the time I used to like getting the bigger packet, which was 20 rupees.
20 bucks, yeah.
20 bucks, yeah. And it would have like more. So I remember this one time when I just had 10 rupees and I thought the world came crashing down because I couldn't get the big packet. But yeah, that's my earliest memory where I'm like, oh my god, like I'm lacking. Like I don't have enough. So yeah, that was one. How about you guys?
Well, when I used to come back from school and like we used to be hungry and there used to be food, but then you want something else to eat, so you would ask your grandmother for money. She'd give you 1 rupee, go and get some mango bite or go and get a toffee or something.
Right.
That would be the world. But now if you see 1 rupee as like very little to no value.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my memory was I was very young and sort of lost a crayon or pencil behind my bed. I crouched down to look for it and I find my crayon but also this 2 rupee coin. And I was like, yes, 2 eclairs ka treat today.
Yeah, lucky
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So that was my first memory. But then after that, as I grew older, I was sent on these errands, get milk, get this, get that. So I would get just 10 bucks or 20 bucks, but everything had to be accounted for,
Yeah.
right? Ki if milk was this much,
Yeah.
I need that much change back.
Back.
Yeah. So if you spent 1 buck on eclair or something, where did it go?
Yeah.
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 You have to give the
Yeah. So
Hisab, yeah.
so budgeting for it. I remember that was my first experience with money and budgeting in cash.
Right. Hey, do any of you guys have credit cards? I'm 25. I don't have my first credit card yet.
I have 3.
Wow,
There's
that is
a
crazy.
that I have this weird fear around credit cards because it's like borrowed money, like it's not
Yeah.
my own. So
It's spending money you don't have.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And you see these stories, like I don't know if you guys have watched this movie that's about a shopaholic.
Confessions of a Shopaholic.
Yes, that one.
It's based on a
exactly.
book, actually.
Yeah. Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. But stuff like that really scares you,
yeah.
and I'm in that place right now. I'm trying to get rid of the fear. So, sir
No,
has
but-
3.
So my mindset is basically if I have money in the bank, I will spend only that amount on my credit cards and nothing more. Because next month I have to pay that, and if there's no money in the bank, I cannot pay the credit card next month. And the interest on that is like 26%. So 26 over the amount which I'm supposed to pay, which is ridiculous. So if I have money in the bank, then only I pay with the credit cards. Otherwise, I don't touch it at all.
Right. Okay. So you
That's-
make sure you have
Yes.
that money.
So if I have it, then I spend it. If I don't have it, I don't. That's
So
it.
I think it also then boils down to certain financial confidence or confidence
Yeah.
around money and a certain sense of discipline. And I wonder where we get that from, or how do we inculcate it as we are growing up, because these things we may or may not be taught at home. Like
Yeah.
I'm not that well aware about how credit cards work, so I'm still trying to educate
Yeah, many of these
myself.
things you don't learn at home, like financial planning, credit cards, where to invest, how to save, taxes. So when you grow up a bit and you talk to people, talk to colleagues, you search YouTube videos,
Yeah.
word of mouth. That's how you learn. But then you have to apply that to yourself, which is very risky also. and like what if something goes wrong?
Yeah.
That's the part which.
And one of the emotions that are attached to money, which I've had to work on, was fear. And this came
Fear.
up when it was time for me to start investing. So our parents think that, investment is like a big fraud. You put money in it and it goes.
Yeah.
You're not getting it back.
I feel especially in Indian households, they always try to put an FD.
FDs.
Yeah.
And savings account.
And then the post saving account, that's all that they have been exposed to. That's what they've, used all their lives.
Because they never wanted to go ahead, take one step ahead and then invest and take a chance.
Exactly. So for them to tell my parents, I'm thinking of an SIP, they're like, you don't know where your money will go, or if you get the money back, let alone making a profit off of it. But you don't even know if you're going to get it back.
But I feel like there's also like a gap in the sense that when our parents were going about putting their money into FDs, the percentage that was much higher on the return. And
Certainly. Banking systems have changed so much.
So we're living in a different time now, which is why for people our age, putting money into FDs is just not conducive. Like, it doesn't help anymore.
Yeah, because
you're much better off putting your money into like opening an SIP or something like that.
Yeah, because your FD percentage versus the rate of inflation percentage is almost the same. So like I put my money in today and after 5 years if I remove from the FD, I'm getting the basic same amount back, which is that
you're
value.
breaking even at best.
That sounds really interesting. Guys, it's a tough world out there. I think we all have barriers when it comes to money. And I hope you like the conversation. But it brings us to the end and you should definitely get a copy of this book. So thank you guys and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.